Ollie Watkins' last game in the Premier League for our Aston Villa team was on the 1st of January 2024, where he scored a goal in a defeat against Nottingham Forest. Since then, we obviously replaced him with Callum Wilson, started off brightly, scoring a penalty in the 58th minute against Brentford, and then he's been absolutely garbage all the way through towards the end of March, which is where we are today, where we're going to be playing Spurs and Sheffield United. We have had a tough time in the league. Obviously, we lost 1-0 to Luton, I think, in the last episode. I can't quite remember. We beat Bournemouth. We then lost against Arsenal, Man City, Man United and Liverpool, which are 4 teams you'd kind of expect us to lose against. Maybe not Man United in terms of real life, but I think in game they're still pretty good. And then against Fulham, we did win that one 2-0, so that's obviously a good thing. We're also into an FA Cup semi-final and a Europa Conference League quarter-final against Olympiacos and Manchester United, but we're not going to see those in today's episode. Because Callum Wilson has been so bad up front, I'm genuinely tempted to play Alcaraz. Alcaraz can kind of do the job. This is what I'm thinking. Although, Callum Wilson, he is good, isn't he? Is he good? I think he's good. He's cost a lot of money and getting paid too much money, considering his average rating for us is like a 6.2, something stupid like that. He's been horrendous. Right, we're going to give him a chance against Tottenham, and if that doesn't work, in the next match against Sheffield United, we might play Alcaraz. We may even play Kellyman. Kellyman's good. He's scored as many goals for us as Callum Wilson has, and he's played literally 3 matches. In fact, he's technically scored double the amount of goals that Wilson has for us in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. Anyway, let's play Spurs. It's going to be Martinez in goal, Goldson, Konsa, Torres and Moreno in defence, Douglas Luiz, Tielemans and Ramsey midfield, Diaby, Zaniolo, Callum Wilson leading the lines. Yes, I'm fully aware Matty Cash exists, and the problem to me forgetting the fact that Matty Cash exists is I've transfer listed him. I don't play him. I don't know why. I just don't play Matty Cash. He's very good in real life. I just don't want to play him, so we've decided to sell him so he's not our problem come next season. And I'm fully aware by saying that I've probably pissed off quite a lot of people. So since January, obviously, where we have lost a fair amount of games in the last couple of months, shall we say, we have tumbled down the league slightly. We are mid-table. We are 10th in the table, which realistically isn't awful. I'm expecting maybe 8th to 10th is where we're going to be finishing. If we can get into the top 7, get into Europe, that's the goal. We're not far off from that, really, are we? Luckily for us as well, because this is the real-world transfer situation, we don't have to worry about Harry Kane, but we do have to worry about everyone else that Tottenham have. Kulusevski to Son, edge of the area, finds Bentancur, curling effort, Martinez just easily watches that one go wide of the post. 4.5 minutes played, first chance goes to Spurs. Connor Goldson with the free kick to Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz, by the way, is our top goal scorer currently with 12 goals. He's played in defensive midfield, it's ridiculous. Vicario in the sticks for Spurs. I think Vicario might have even used to play for Villa. Am I remembering that right? Romero with it for Spurs. 12 minutes only on the clock. Davis, where are you going to go? Back to Romero. Slow build highlight, so I feel like there's going to be a decent chance at the end of this. Zaniolo nicks it. Callum Wilson plays it across to Tielemans. I want to see Wilson score a goal. It's what we want to be seeing. I've given him a target of 8 goals in a year, which is awful, and he's not even getting close to it at the moment. Moreno to Diaby. Diaby blasts it past Vicario. We're getting VAR. There is no way he was offside. If this says he's offside now, I'm going to look like an absolute mug. I'm an absolute mug. He was offside. How far off was he? Surely he could not have been. He was miles off. So was Callum Wilson. The more I play this season with Villa, the more I really dislike the fact that I signed Callum Wilson. That was a very good effort there off the inside of the post. Because my brain's there going, why didn't I try and maybe get Ivan Toney? We've got the money to do this kind of thing. We could have possibly brought in Ivan Toney. Would have been a decent replacement for Watkins. Or, realistically, why did I sell Watkins was the other option. 35 minutes played, so 10 minutes left to go the first half. There's yet to be a single shot on target, apparently. There's been 10 in total. No goalkeeper has had to make a save. Vicario is on a 7.1. I don't know what he's done to deserve a 7.1, because we've not had a shot on target, so he's not saved anything. Straight into the second half, Callum Wilson is rocking a massive 6.4 rating in this one. Now dropped down to a 6.3 within the first couple of minutes of the second half kicking off. It's not working, is it? It's just not working with Callum Wilson. 6.2, mate. Get off the pitch. I think I might be done with him. We'll do Kellyman. We'll do Kellyman. Let's see what he can do. We're going to do Tielemans as well, coming off for Sanket. Can come on as that box-to-box midfielder. Sanket's very good. I just don't really like starting him at the moment for some reason. Douglas Luiz with a free kick. Still 0-0. almost at the hour mark. Towards Moreno, it's cleared. Not very well by the looks of it. I thought that was going straight in the top corner then. Thought that was going straight in the top corner. It was Ramsey with the long-range effort. We've actually had a shot on target as well. It wasn't that one from Ramsey, but still, Spurs have also had a shot on target themselves. Now they've got a corner. 70 minutes played. It could be a 0-0 draw, which on paper, is that a good result? It's away from home. It's not away from home. We're at home, aren't we? A 0-0 draw at home is not the best. We are lacking goals. We are definitely lacking goals. Diaby's on a 6-5. I think it's time for you to come off as well, mate. So 2 more changes. It is going to be Bailey coming on for Diaby on that right-hand side. Matty Cash is also coming on for Connor Goldson because both of them aren't playing very well at all. So Matty Cash is going to get a chance. It's not been a particularly entertaining football match, this one, has it? We're into the final couple of minutes. Zaniolo gets it back to Moreno. Torres with it across, finds Ezri Konsa, ball forward to Matty Cash, back to Konsa. Right-hand side is Bailey. We managed to find him as well. We've got a couple of options in the middle. Bailey's going to go across, plays it back to Ramsey. Towards Zaniolo, we've blasted it in the bottom corner. Have we just nicked 3 points from Spurs? Have we just nicked 3 points from Spurs? Zaniolo with the goal in the 89th minute. We take the lead. I hate doing this, but we're going to try and shut up shop a little bit, and I'm not quite sure what we're going to do or how we're going to do it. I don't think it's going to work whatsoever, but we've dropped, basically Diego Carlos has come on for Douglas Luiz. We've gone 5 at the back, a flat 5 at the back as well. Ramsey is playing as a DM now. We're basically trying to shut up shop and stop Spurs from doing absolutely anything for the final couple of minutes. It'll be great if we can double our lead. Eric Dyer heads that ball clear. Maddison collects it. We've got 5 defenders, and they're outnumbering us. Ezri Konsa collects for us. That's good. Martinez in goal. Get there first. Oh, my word. What's happened? Martinez has died. We've got our first goalkeeper injury. The frustrating thing is we don't have any more subs, so Casteels cannot come on. It looks like he's survived. We've survived. We've picked up 3 massive points, in my opinion. That is 3 huge, huge points against Liverpool. It's also not Liverpool. Why did I say Liverpool? It's Tottenham. We've beaten Tottenham 1-0. A result that leapfrogs us straight over Brentford and Spurs up into 8th place. So 30 games played. We've got a game in hand as well. If we win that, we will move up into 7th place. Next up, we've got 20th place. 16 points on the board, Sheffield United. I'm thinking we might be winning this one, hopefully. And just so you're aware, Martinez isn't injured, so we're good. Right, match number 2 then. Sheffield United at Villa Park. Bottom of the table, Sheffield United, as I just mentioned. The starting 11 then will be Martinez in goal. Connor Goldson keeps his place as a right back, with Konsa, Carlos and Moreno starting today. Douglas Luiz, Tielemans and Sanket will be our central midfield, with Diaby, Bailey and Kellyman leading the lines. We have basically decided to drop our best friend Callum Wilson. I'm tempted actually, do we do McTominay? Let's do McTominay for Tielemans. He's unhappy because I imagine, I've left him out of the Conference League because I couldn't do enough changes to get him in the squad and he was the one that missed out. So it's understandable he's a bit annoyed. Also, if you were wondering, Luca Dean currently suspended, so he should be back for the next match that we played. Tyrone Mings, almost ready for a return. Emi Buendia got himself injured again. So I think, annoyingly, frustratingly, he came back and I think he played an under-21s game and got injured. Yeah. He got injured after 89 minutes and then he's out again for another 3 months. So Buendia's done for the year. Right, realistically, if I was a clever man, I would have started Wilson in this game. It is bottom of the table Sheffield United. So if he's ever going to score against anybody, it's going to be Sheffield United, isn't it? And we've decided to stick him on the bench. I'm not the best manager. 13 minutes on the clock, and I'm not sure what's happened there. The ball got whizzed across the front of the Sheffield United goal, took a deflection, has gone wide for a corner, which we are going to see. Bailey's the man to go over to take it left-footed towards McTominay at the front post. It is Carlos not quite getting there. Diaby's going to collect it, though. Down the left? Or nothing. Nothing happened. Absolutely nothing from that highlight. Well, halfway point of the first half has just gone. And it is awful, isn't it? It's an awful match of football. Still 0-0. Douglas Luiz. Konsa should have potentially scored, or maybe someone else should have gambled. The ball is cleared. We've had 2 chances. Both of them apparently were highlight worthy. I don't think either of them actually were. Another corner. Douglas Luiz takes it, this time towards the back post. Connor Goldson's there. Connor Goldson should have scored. We've hit the post. We're never going to score in this game. This is going to be 0-0 all day long, isn't it? Diaby keeps this alive, finds Kellyman on that right-hand side, tries to get some space for himself, and Amari Kellyman has just shown Callum Wilson on the subs bench. That's how you score goals, mate. I think I prefer Kellyman over a £25 million Callum Wilson. Kellyman actually likes to score goals. Wilson doesn't even shoot. This is the problem I'm finding. I checked his form. His XG for like 6 of the matches he played was non-existent because he did not even have a shot, which is concerning for a player who's very good at shooting. Sure, we'll just click that. We'll go straight into the second half. I will be bringing Wilson on, maybe the 60th minute, unless Kellyman scores again, and then we maybe want to try and get the youngster a hat-trick. We are at that 60-minute point with no highlights happening in the second half, so we are going to do Callum Wilson coming on for Kellyman. We are going to talk to him, I think, as well. We'll do that in just a second. We're going to do Sanket off for Alcaraz. Do we want to do anything else? Moreno's looking tired. Let's bring on Lenglet as a left-back. It's not really his position. Callum, buddy, you, friend, pal, pump fist. Let's fire him up. Make an impact. There's plenty of time left. I genuinely don't think I ever used that feature in FM23. And I feel like using it there was kind of pointless because nothing's happened. The second half, we've had 0 highlights so far. We're final 10 minutes. And Sheffield United are going to equalise, aren't they? They've hit the outside of the post. Martinez was miles away from that. I don't even know why he bothered diving. Final 5 minutes. Wilson's on a 6.6, which is arguably one of his best ever performances in an Aston Villa shirt. And it's still horrendous. It's looking like it's going to be another 1-0 win. Kellyman with the deciding goal. We are not very good at the moment. We're scraping by. We've picked up 6 points in the last 2 matches, which is good. But I wouldn't say they were good performances. I'm going to say a win's a win, but we need to raise our performance because that was not very good at all. Callum, fella, I'm going to pick on you every single match until you score a goal. So because of that goal that Kellyman scored, we've given Derby £500,000. Fair enough. Didn't even know he came from Derby, but there we are. He's good. He's good, isn't he? He's very good at football. I like Kellyman. We're going to play him a little bit more. We have now moved up to 7th place. That was our 31st game of the season, kind of catching us up to everybody else. But I think we're in a good position to finish in the European spots. We're not challenging for top 4. There's 5 teams in that battle. It's kind of the usual suspects of Man United. And then it's between West Ham, Villa, Fulham, Spurs, Brentford, Luton, weirdly, Newcastle, arguably all the way down to Palace are battling out for 6th and 7th place. Which, that's a lot of teams. We just need to make sure we keep winning. When we look at our fixtures that we've got remaining, we've got the easier sides. West Ham is probably a tough one, actually. They're 6th. Wolves, 19th place. Winnable game. Everton, 14th. Winnable game. Chelsea, let's assume we're going to lose that one. Palace is winnable. Brighton's winnable. Burnley is also winnable. So I think there's a lot. 3, 6, 9, 12... 15 points. 15 points we can get from the rest of the season, which will put us on to 60. I think that should be good enough for Europe. And speaking of Europe, we are in the Europa Conference League quarter-finals, which I'm going to do off-camera. I'm also going to do the FA Cup semi-final off-camera. Next episode, I don't know what we're going to do, because it might be a Europa Conference League special. If we get to the semi-final, we might do that on camera, and then we might have an end of season 1 in the Premier League, and then we also might have a finals episode where we'll do an FA Cup final, hopefully, and a Europa Conference League final. It might actually turn out pretty good at the end of this season.